everyone. I hope everyone is having a good day and a good week. Wishing you all well. I'm back at it again to discuss some topics that's been in the news cycle. It's been a lot. So let's get into it and let's chat. Remember to like and subscribe. Just my personal thoughts, and let's get to it. So, if you haven't noticed, I think the past couple days, I've seen like Donald Trump um, in the media, and his front of his hair, like he's trying out a new hairstyle for the front of his hair. It's usually combed, I think, over, but now it's combed down. I haven't seen it comb like that before, so I think he's trying a new style. You guys check it out. Focus in on the front of his hair and see if you see what I'm seeing. Anyway, let's move on. Now, Abdul El Ziyad, I think that's how they pronounce his name. He won. He was a Democratic candidate of Michigan, I think, for the Senate, and good looking man, I have to say. I saw him talking in the media. Good looking man. Well, a lot of people are not happy. I guess maybe because of his name. And uh, I guess because he's just different. They're not liking him. And a lot of accusation, and I think it's mostly race and culture. But good looking man, and he seems very charming and a gentleman like. So they should, give him a chance. Don't just immediately go negative. Give him a chance, okay? He can do amazing things. Just give the man a chance, okay? Good looking chap. Anyway, moving on. Oh, I heard, the Nolan Wells case, that I don't know if it's all the so-called friends, but maybe some have lawyered up and have hired one of Trump's lawyers. And I'm like, well, has anybody been officially, arrested or accused? There's a lot of speculation, and, it is though it is suspicious, and a lot of fishy things did happen. But I'm feeling if you're hiring a lawyer, let's say, that there's guilty conscience there, or you feel that they're going to look at you and, what's going on. And then whoever suggested them to go on that Officer T show, I don't say his whole name, but that was bad decision and bad suggestion, because it just ended up looking more like you have something to hide or guilty, or you're trying to give off a certain image. So I just, and also I hear that one of them made a GoFundMe like account. I don't know if it's actually GoFundMe, but they're trying to raise money. I don't know if it's this attorney fees or whatever, but I think if you haven't been officially arrested or being pulled down to the sheriff office, and and if you're not on their list of possible guilty person, chill and see what happens. But it's been crazy. There's been death threats against people and all of that, against the family members. It's just crazy. And I just think the Mississippi authorities should just get with it and get it going, reveal as much to the public or to the media what's going on, and get that autopsy and all of that completed, and just get it over with, and then people stop speculating. That's how I see it. What else has been happening? Oh, celebrity news. So Ariana Grande has been in the news lately because they're looking at her appearance. They feel that she's too thin. The pictures that I've seen, she is looking really, really thin, a sickly thin. There's, you're a small person, petite, but still look healthy. She is looking too thin. And so I'm thinking maybe there's some health issues going on. Because I remember when I got really thin, I have struggled with hemoglobin from I was very young. And I remember my hemoglobin really got really, really bad, dangerous level that, I'm just saying. So you should look into that. And also, making sure you're getting all your calciums and all of that, your bone density, because when you get older, you could lose bone density, and a lot of things could be going on with the body. And if you are a vegan, uh, I've had a friend who's a doctor, well, let's say family member as well, told me that when people go trying to be, vegan and eat healthy, sometimes they lack a lot of important um, vitamins and minerals that get into their body because they're not getting like everything. Because as humans, we do get substance, having a hard time speaking today, from meats and beans and a wide array of different foods. So you have to be careful that you're getting everything. So, I hope she's taking care of herself, and I wish her well. She's still a very pretty girl, but just, overall, just health wise, hope she's getting the care that she needs. And, everybody should go get a physical and check up every once in a while. Like I said, having a hard time speaking today for some reason. Anyway, what else is going on? And then I heard that Perez Hilton, I didn't see the live stream, on a live stream, ended up like a psychotic episode, cutting himself. Now he's in the hospital, family concern, and I heard last year he was so sick as well. I think it was sepsis, and he came out of that near-death experience. I remember that he said he became a Christian or got really spiritual after that. And I've been hearing that he moved from California to Miami, and that also there might be financial issues going on. I don't know. But also I've heard a statement that he used to get a lot of comps in California. They don't do that in Miami. So I don't know what's going on with him. So let's wish him well, because, a lot of people sometimes have mental breakdown when there's too much stress, and, you know, just people like what with me that keeps me stable is prayer, because I really do believe that prayer helps me stabilize me, because this world itself is crazy. And if you don't stay grounded, you don't have people support you, you don't have something to help you ground you, stabilize you, you can go there. So I hope he gets well soon, and his family and doctors can help him get back to a normal functioning life. Uh, so, oh, another thing, Dr. Fauci. So they've been having him, you know, giving him all these questions. I believe it's the Congress or Senate. They've been asking him all these questions about COVID-19. Y'all, when COVID-19 came, they didn't know what they were dealing with. I heard a leader suggest drinking bleach. I remember that time. They had to rush, come up with a vaccine. I didn't even think the vaccine, they were sure if the vaccine would work. They had, what, 3 types, right? And people were dropping left and right. I remember a coworker of mine died of that. And then everybody was so hush hush about everything. Employees go missing for a long time, and you ask about it, you don't hear anything. They wouldn't say if they're sick or not. You don't have to tell me their personal history, but if you could at least say someone is not feeling well or something like that. But it was hush hush. Remember, the companies at first, when people were getting sick, they were actually paying for them being out. Then they cut that out because there was a lot of more people than normal was getting sick from this. It was a horrific virus. I never got it, thank God. Maybe it was all the praying I did, I don't know. Never got it, but I did have family members who got it, right? And I held out on that vaccine because I didn't want it, because I didn't have it, right? So I had held out for the longest, right? Because, there was a lot of like conspiracy theory and all of that. But yeah, um, it's a joke now with Dr. Fauci. Gosh, all these names today and words having issues saying. There's a joke that everything they asked him, he pleads the fifth. So I thought I heard today. I have to like get confirmation that they held him in contempt for saying pleading the fifth too much. I just basically think they should leave the man alone. I mean, the past is the past. It happened. They did the best that they could. They didn't even know what they were dealing with. I mean, it happened. A lot of people passed on, but it's the past. I don't think, as a doctor, as anyone, no one knew what they were dealing with. I have people in my family that works in a medical environment, and it was crazy and chaos. Anyway, guys, I got to go. Remember to like and subscribe. And you guys take care, stay safe, hang in there, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.